Good morning and welcome to Fat Cow Farm. Now this morning, sun's out, I wouldn't say super hot, but it's certainly a warm day. But as you can see, I'm in the shade of one of these Mickey Mouse trees that we planted a couple of years ago. And this particular tree here is the Persian silk tree. And what I've been doing is that probably the last 2 seasons now that where we've had seed pods, I've been trying to germinate these seeds. What I want to do is put this tree as like a hedgerow for shade for the cattle. I've got one paddock up the back there that's sheltered by the morning sun, but not in the afternoon. So between this and the lucerne tree, I'm sort of going to do a bit of an alternating hedgerow there, mainly because they're fast growing, and the cows just love them. So in the short sort of term of low-lying branches and leaves, the cows will get into that, and then as that goes through, it'll start producing a canopy, start producing shade, and then we can go from there. You know, so once we get these little trees established, because I want to start propagating these, that we'll have to then protect them and irrigate them at least, you know, for the first 6 months, and then hopefully they can stand on their own 2 feet. But in saying that, what I've got here this is the flower that is coming off the silk tree. You know, it's quite specky in the way that it's looks, smells pretty full on, and you can steep these flowers for like an antidepressant or something like that. I won't need to do that. I'm running on all 900 cylinders at the moment. So, but look, I think what we want to do is looking at propagating this tree. Like I said, I've tried these seed pods and just no luck. Absolutely no luck. I've tried them green, I've tried them brown, I've soaked them for, you know, and I'm just getting no germination whatsoever. So for a tree that's meant to be really easy to propagate, mate, I am really struggling. And so this is what I thought I'd take. We've got a bit of downtime here at the moment, and so what I thought I would do was just get a couple of cuttings. I'll race up to the hoop house and we'll get a few things squared away there. And there's a couple of different methods that I want to have a look at. I just haven't seen anything really apart from as a part of the propagation, either from seed. There's lots of it out there for seed, but like I said, no luck for me. But the other way is really having a look at the cuttings, and that's what I'm going to look at today. And so go from there. So what I'm going to do is go around and find some semi-hardwood little stems. We'll get that squared away, and we'll get these propagated. So I'll get that sorted out. I'll get some pots and potting mix all squared away at the chicken coop. So I'll meet you up at the hoop house. So I'll see you soon. All right, so here we are. We're up in the high tunnel hoop house, just above our potting section here. And as I mentioned before, there was 2 different scenarios about how I wanted to propagate these silk trees. Now the first one, which is I've just grabbed a semi hardwood stem. Now what I've got is one of the main roots coming off the side here, or that was the main lateral stems of the tree. Now what I want to do is actually use that as a part of the rooting system. So, and this is now going to be my new stem. So what I'm going to do is just cut them on the diagonal like so, and I want to remove some of these leaves here, but just keep those nodes in place. And that's where I'm hoping that the new shoots will come from. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at. And what I'm going to do is then put the hormone growth on this bottom of the upside down T section, and then that will go into the soil. So I'll do another one here. So this is, again, we have our main lateral stem of the tree, and this is one of the offshoots. So what I want to do here is just that's where I want it to root from. And I'll cut these leaves down. And then just above one of those nodes, that's where I've cut it. And then that'll be I'll put that into the rooting hormone. And what have I got this time? I've got root tex. Strikes and accelerates roots on most plant cuttings. So let's say when we say most, that it actually applies to the silk tree. So, like I said, you know, we were having no luck at all with the seeds. So this is one of the first methods that I want to try. And then the other method I want to try is actually more like a standard sort of propagation cutting itself, where I'm just going to use the stem. All right, so what I'm going to do is just cut below that node on a diagonal. So the node's just here, and I've got a sharp diagonal, and that sharp diagonal is really just about increasing the surface area for the root hormone. And so I'll do a couple of those. What have we got here? All right, so here we are. Now, we had a few little issues with the camera, just overheated in the hoop house. So anyway, what we've done was just come outside now, and what I've got is I've continued on with the propagation of the silk tree. Now, remembering that we've got the three pots which have the standard cutting, which is purely just on a diagonal, and the three with the labels that you can see there, they're the ones with the T-piece on it. So we'll be able to manage and sort of regulate how things work out there. Are they both successful? Are they not? Whichever it may be. Now, I'm not going to leave these ones in the hoop house. It was just too warm. So what we'll do is we're going to leave them down here at the homestead, and we can just manage them that way. So yeah, so for all about propagating with two different methods, looking after your Persian silk tree, like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.